Take a look at this. It's just a piece of paper, right? I mean, you can't eat it, you can't wear it to stay warm, so what is the secret here? What gives it so much power?
And that really is the central mystery, isn't it? Why do we spend pretty much our entire lives working for this stuff, stressing about it, always trying to get more? How does a simple piece of paper hold so much power over us?
You know, it's funny. Most of us use money every single day, but we never really stop to think about what it actually is. Well, today that changes. We're going to pull back the curtain and finally solve this puzzle. Let's get into it.
Okay, so to really crack this mystery, we have to go back. I mean, way back. We need to imagine a world without any money at all, like 5,000 years ago. We've got to find the original problem that money was invented to solve in the first place.
All right, let's paint a picture. Imagine you're a fantastic shoemaker. Seriously, you make the best shoes in the whole village. But right now, you're hungry. All you want is a nice, fresh loaf of bread from the baker down the street. Sounds simple enough, doesn't it?
So you head over to the baker and you offer him a brilliant pair of your shoes for that bread. But you hit a snag, a big one. The baker just shakes his head. He's like, nice shoes, but I don't need them. What I really need is a new sword.
And just like that, your simple mission for a loaf of bread turns into this huge, complicated mess. Now you got to go find a sword maker and pray that he just so happens to need a new pair of shoes. If he does, you trade for the sword, then you got to drag that sword all the way back to the baker to finally get your bread. It is an absolute nightmare.
This whole nightmare scenario, it actually has a name in economics. It's called the double coincidence of wants. It basically means a trade can only happen if you have what I want and I have what you want at the exact same time. And, well, that's a pretty rare coincidence. This one problem was a huge roadblock for early societies.
So clearly, this whole barter thing was broken. It just didn't work. So humanity, being clever, came up with an invention, a kind of cheat code to get around the entire barter nightmare. And that cheat code, of course, is money. But here's the thing. For something to count as money, it has to play by 3 very specific rules.
Yup, these 3 jobs are what give money all its power. It has to work as a medium of exchange, a unit of account, and a store of value. Let's break down what each of those actually means.
Okay, rule number 1. It's gotta be a medium of exchange. Put simply, this just means everybody has to agree to take it. The baker accepts your money not because the piece of paper is useful, but because he trusts that the sword maker will accept it from him. The whole thing runs on one key ingredient: trust.
Next up, rule number 2. It has to be a unit of account. Just think of it like a common measuring stick for how much stuff is worth. Instead of this chaotic system where, a PS5 is worth 50 pizzas, we can just say it's worth $500. So much simpler, right? It clears up all the confusion.
And finally, rule number 3. It has to be a store of value. And this one is absolutely crucial. Think about it. If you got paid in tomatoes for your hard work, all that value would literally rot away in a week. But a $100 bill? It's still going to be worth $100 next year. It lets you save up your hard work, that economic energy, for later. So there you have it. Money is a tool that follows these 3 rules. Simple enough, but this is where the mystery really gets interesting. Because the money we use today, well, it's not what most people think it is. And what I'm about to tell you might just change how you see everything. Because the very nature of money has fundamentally changed. See, it wasn't that long ago that a dollar bill was basically just a claim check for gold. You could literally walk into a bank and trade that paper for a real physical piece of gold. But that's not how it works anymore, not at all. Today, we use what's called fiat money. And here's the big reveal, the secret that unlocks the whole mystery. That bill in your pocket, it's backed by, well, nothing. Nothing physical, anyway. Its value comes from just one place, our collective agreement that it has value. So that's it. That's the solution to the mystery. Money, the money we use every day, is literally just a shared illusion. It's a story that we all agree to believe in. The only thing giving this piece of paper its power is the fact that we all trust it. It works simply because we all agree that it works. Wild, isn't it?
Now, I know what you might be thinking. A shared illusion? That sounds kind of scary, right? But actually, it's the opposite. It's empowering. Because once you realize money isn't some big, mysterious force, that it's just a system that we invented, you can learn how to make it work for you.
Look, when you really boil it all down, money is just a piece of technology. It's a tool that we humans came up with so we could trade the most valuable things we have: our time and our energy.
It's not something to be afraid of. It's just a game. And like any game, once you learn the rules, you can start to play it well.
So I'll leave you with this final question. If you had to start from scratch and create a brand new currency for the world today, what would you use? What's something out there that follows those 3 golden rules we talked about? Bottle caps? Pokemon cards? Seriously, give it some thought. What would your new money be?